Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to ask you to stand twice tonight. Right now, can I have everybody stand, please? Monica told me I could do what I wanted to. Can everybody raise their glasses and toast Dr. Gutierrez? Hey! You've made my friend the happiest man in the world today. Thank you. Thank you.
Can we sit, Brent?
Yes, everybody can sit. My friends call me long-winded, so...
We do?
Let it blow. Unfortunately for everybody here, I'm not just a drunk guy that they gave the microphone to. That's only partially true. I am the best man. Sort of. For those of you that know me, my name is, or those of you that don't know me, my name is Brent Meyer. I've known Keith for a long time. For those of you that do know me, I apologize. Before I get into this, Monica, can you please place your left hand on the table, please, between you and Keith? And Keith, would you please place your right hand on top of Monica's? I will explain this in a minute. Hang on, I have a small party prop. I wasn't sure how this was going to go over after last Thursday's beatdown of the Bears by the Packers, but up to this point, everybody's been pretty friendly to me. Woo! The first opportunity I had to meet Monica was last December, and we were at the hallowed grounds of Lambeau Field for the Packer-Bear game. And it was a good night for Keith and myself. Again, this week, Thursday, we had the same result. So, Monica, this puts me at 2-0. So, I cannot tell you how glad I am that we've met. On behalf of everybody here, I want to thank Lori, Dave, Joe, Yvonne. I want to thank you guys for the wonderful weekend that we've had. I also want to thank Keith and Monica for asking me to be a special part of this weekend. Thank you. That means it's his fault. Keith and myself have been friends since 1992. That was my freshman year of high school. We began our friendships as members of the Newman High School golf team. This is where we spent our time riding in the van, throwing John Gilkey's golf balls out the window, and where Keith taught me the various sounds that can be made on vinyl seats. After our golf careers in high school were over, Keith and I kind of drifted apart for about 3 years until the summer of 1999, where I worked at Indian Head Golf Course when I was home from school at Arizona State. That summer, Keith and I played about 200 rounds of golf and 1 game of pool. During one particular round of golf, on June 20th, Keith said to me, "Maybe I should transfer to ASU and live with you and shower." You might think I'm weird, but I remember the date because Keith and I were watching Payne Stewart hold off Phil Mickelson at the U.S. Open at Pinehurst No. 2. Well, in January, Keith, the Buzzard, and myself set on a cross-country journey to the desert. Keith was unable to transfer until the second semester that year because it took my mom that long to convince Dave that everything was going to be okay. Over the next 3 years, Keith and I spent countless hours in the library studying. I don't believe that. We spent every Thursday night at Maloney's. We terrorized the Phoenix Valley, and along the way, we both worked for a time at the Legacy Golf Resort, where we got to know Carmen. At that time, Carmen wasn't in school, but we studied together a lot. After graduation, Keith and I moved back to Wisconsin for a little bit before he moved back to Tampa. At this point, Keith and I are about 2,000 miles apart, but we both make it a point to get together about 2-3 times a year to gauge each other's golf game and to see the new clubs in everybody's bag. Over the past 2 years, I've noticed a steady decline in his performance on the golf course. I can attribute this to one thing. Monica, please don't take this the wrong way, but you are bad for his golf swing. I don't say this because you're keeping him from golf, but I'm saying this because he's choosing you over golf. Okay? This is a big step for Copperwood men. Right, Dave? Monica, what I'm saying to you is that you are now the most important thing in Keith's life. Take care of him. I know it's a lot of work. But Yvonne has her hands full with Dave, and she needs a break. Joe, Lori, I know that you don't know me from Adam, but I consider myself to be part Italian. I drive a Cadillac. I cannot live without pasta. And I have yet to miss an episode of The Jersey Shore. No, in all seriousness, I'm here to assure you that your daughter's in good hands. I'll give you my address. Now, in case you were wondering why I asked Keith to place his right hand on Monica's, I will tell you now. Keith, it is with great pleasure that I have been able to give you the last 5 minutes in which you will ever have the upper hand on Monica. All joking aside, can I have you on your feet one more time? Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand and join me in a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Copperwood, Keith and Monica. May all of your dreams come true. Salud.